Mystical stories and traditions. Khidr is believed to assist the faithful in times of crisis. Numerous stories recount his appearances to lost travelers, seekers of truth, and Sufi saints. He is said to walk the earth, especially near water, guiding those in need. Hazrat Khidr, peace be upon him, consumes the nectar. When Sikandar Zulkarnain reached the western horizon during his conquests, someone suggested to him that he should cross over into the land of darkness, Ard al-Zulumat, as the source of nectar, Ain al-Hayat, was believed to be located there. Sikandar consulted his advisors, asking, "Which animal has the sharpest vision in darkness?" He was informed that horses possess such vision. He further inquired whether male or female horses were more suitable. The advisors recommended female horses, mares. As a result, 6,000 young mares were selected for this expedition, each ridden by a brave rider. This elite group was sent forth into the land of darkness, while the rest of the army remained behind. After journeying the equivalent of 8 NBs of a day, i.e., 2 full days, the source of nectar was discovered by Hazrat Khidr, peace be upon him. He was leading the mission, carrying the flag of Sikandar. Hazrat Khidr, peace be upon him, not only drank from the nectar, but also bathed in it. Thus, he achieved what Sikandar could not, and Sikandar remained deprived of this divine blessing. Hazrat Khidr's, peace be upon him, marriage. It is narrated that after returning, Hazrat Khidr, peace be upon him, stayed with his father for a few days. During this time, his relatives suggested that he get married. Initially, he refused. However, after repeated insistence and persuasion from his family, he agreed to marry. He wed a young woman and gifted her with his spiritual knowledge, Ilm al-Batini. However, he did not remain with her for long. Before departing, he made her swear an oath. She was not to reveal any spiritual knowledge imparted to her, nor speak of her connection with him to anyone. Eventually, he divorced her and she later married someone else. From her second marriage, she bore 2 sons. Miraculously, it is said that after their deaths, the graves of her second husband and both sons began to emit a fragrant scent. Later, when Hazrat Khidr's relatives learned of his divorce, they persuaded him to marry again, this time to a widow named Sayyiba. He also granted her sacred spiritual teachings under the same oath of secrecy. However, she broke her promise and revealed his secrets. Upon this betrayal, Hazrat Khidr, peace be upon him, vanished, and no one was able to find him again. It is narrated that during the Miraj, heavenly ascension, of our beloved Prophet Muhammad, may Allah bless and greet him, he sensed a beautiful scent. Upon inquiry, Hazrat Jibril, peace be upon him, informed him of the story of Hazrat Khidr's, peace be upon him, marriage. Hazrat Khidr and Hazrat Ilyas, peace be upon them, followers of Sharia al-Mustafa. Hazrat Khidr and Hazrat Ilyas, peace be upon them, are among the devout and steadfast followers of Sharia al-Mustafa, the sacred law of our beloved Prophet Muhammad, may Allah bless and greet him. They are dedicated to guiding and inviting the Ummah of Mustafa to accept and strengthen their faith. They follow the Imams and scholars of the Ummah of the Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessings be upon him, and they treat themselves with spiritual remedies when afflicted with any illness. It is narrated that once in Medina al-Munawwara, Hazrat Khidr, peace be upon him, was injured by a stone during a skirmish in which some individuals were pelting stones. The wound caused him pain for 3 months, after which he eventually recovered by the mercy of Allah. It is also recorded that prior to the advent of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, Hazrat Khidr's teeth would naturally regrow every 500 years. However, in the era following the Prophet's blessed arrival, this cycle changed, and now his teeth grow every 120 years. Hazrat Khidr's, peace be upon him, mercy and generosity. Hazrat Khidr, peace be upon him, is known for his immense mercy, compassion and concern for the creation of Allah. He is a helper of mankind, especially the needy and distressed. He is reported to distribute a large quantity of wealth in the form of coins and currencies for charitable purposes. He is also blessed with the divine knowledge of kimya, alchemy, granted to him through his karamat, miraculous deeds, and deep spirituality. Additionally, he has been granted knowledge of all hidden treasures buried within the earth by the grace of Allah, glorified and exalted be He. Despite this access, He does not utilize any of these treasures for his own benefit or for the benefit of his companions or friends. All such resources are used solely for helping the creation of Allah. It is also reported that Hazrat Ilyas, peace be upon him, is accompanied by 19 righteous companions. Hazrat Khidr, peace be upon him, has 10 such companions. These companions are classified among the ranks of Abdal, substitute saints, and Qutba, spiritual poles. High-ranking spiritual entities responsible for maintaining the spiritual order of the world. The abode of Hazrat Khidr, peace be upon him. According to Surah Al-Kahf, Hazrat Khidr's, peace be upon him, primary abode is in the sea. This statement is supported by the esteemed scholar Sayyiduna Imam Ahmad Raza Khan, may Allah have mercy on him, who mentioned that the abode of Hazrat Khidr, peace be upon him, is at sea, whereas the abode of Hazrat Ilyas, peace be upon him, is on dry land. The prophethood of Hazrat Khidr, peace be upon him. The eminent and revered Islamic preacher, Hazrat Allama Kamaluddin, may Allah have mercy upon him, stated, translation, there is a difference of opinion among Islamic scholars regarding Hazrat Khidr, peace be upon him, whether he was a saint, wali, or a prophet, nabi. However, the majority of scholars affirm that he was indeed a prophet. This position is reinforced by the Quranic verse. Translation, I did not do it of my own accord. Surah Al-Kahf, 1882. Based on this verse, scholars have concluded that Hazrat Khidr's actions were based on divine revelation, and not on ilham, inspiration, which is a characteristic of saints. Since no wali is permitted to take a life based solely on inspiration, such actions confirm his status as a prophet. Further scholarly endorsements, Hazrat Allama Damiri, may Allah have mercy on him, referenced the opinion of Hazrat Thalabi, who stated, translation, Khidr, peace be upon him, was a prophet sent after Shu'aib, peace be upon him, and he is veiled from the sight of mankind. Allama Ismail Haqi, may Allah have mercy on him, adds, most of the scholars have accepted Hazrat Khidr, peace be upon him, as a prophet. He was guided through revelation and was deeply familiar with spiritual knowledge, in which he attained perfection. He also noted that Hazrat Musa, peace be upon him, operated through scriptural knowledge, while our Prophet Muhammad, may Allah bless and greet him, was gifted with both scriptural and spiritual knowledge. Citations from Tafsir, Quranic commentaries. Tafsir. Bahr al-Muhit states, the majority of scholars agree that Hazrat Khidr is a prophet. Tafsir al-Qurtubi confirms, according to the majority, Khidr is a prophet. Imam Fakhruddin Razi, may Allah have mercy on him, quoted, most scholars affirm that this servant, Khidr, was a prophet. Fatawa Faiz-i-Rasul, citing Tafsir Jamal, notes, there is a disagreement about Khidr, peace be upon him, whether he is a prophet, messenger, angel, or saint, but the correct view is that he is a prophet. Statements from later scholars. The blessed words of Sayyiduna Imam Ahmad Raza Khan, may Allah have mercy on him, when asked whether Hazrat Khidr, peace be upon him, is a prophet or wali. According to the majority of scholars, he is a prophet, and this is the correct belief. Tafsir Zia al-Quran also confirms the opinion of Allama Panipati and other scholars, who emphasized a wali's ilham, inspiration, is not always certain or error-free, and therefore one cannot commit such serious actions, like taking a life, based on inspiration. Since Hazrat Khidr acted under divine command with perfect certainty, he must be a prophet. Opinion of Sheikh Abdul Haq Muhaddith Dehlavi, the great renewer, Mujadid, and Hadith scholar. Sheikh Abdul Haq Muhaddith Dehlavi, may Allah have mercy on him, stated, it is an established fact that Hazrat Khidr, peace be upon him, is a prophet, blessed with a long life, and generally remains hidden from the people. He was granted to drink from the fountain of life, and will remain alive until the day of judgment. While some consider him a wali, this view is incorrect. Conclusion. Quranic evidence. As the first and foremost Quranic evidence, Allah, glorified and exalted be He, states, we gave him mercy from us. Surah Al-Kahf, 1865. This mercy refers to prophethood and divine inspiration, not merely sainthood. Recognition of Hazrat Khizr, A.S., as a prophet. Hazrat Allama Kamaluddin, R.A., a renowned scholar, stated, translation, the scholars have differed regarding Hazrat Khizr, A.S., whether he was a wali, saint, or a nabi, prophet. The majority of scholars have accepted him as a prophet. They substantiated his prophethood based on the Quranic verse. Translation, and I did not do it of my own accord. Surah Al-Kahf, 1882. Explanation. This statement affirms that Hazrat Khizr, A.S.'s actions were not based on personal judgment or ilham, inspiration, but were driven by divine revelation, wahi. It is universally agreed that a wali cannot take a life based solely on ilham. Therefore, his actions confirm his status as a prophet.